Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is just a short Blender tip on something in Blender 2.79. By the way, go check out Kleb's channel. This is just a render I'm using for example, but I made this for Kleb, so I'll have a link to that in the description. But to get right onto the point, in Blender 2.79, whenever you're rendering something, it always looks a little grainy. Here's my first example. This is using 100 samples just on its own at 1440p. As you can see, there's kind of little specks that stand out, and it's a very grainy look, kind of sandy almost, and it's not something that looks good at all. And sometimes what you may do is try to crank up the sampling. Here's an example of sampling at 1000 samples. It does look a lot cleaner. There are less specks. There are still a few that are less noticeable, but you have to zoom in for that. Sure, you can up the samples a lot, but it'll bring up the render time a lot. See, this is 2 minutes, and normally without it, it's 16 seconds, or for me at least. And here's the example with denoising. So denoising is what I use to, and normally in my renders now, I didn't actually know about this a long time ago. With denoising, it basically cuts the render time. It makes it a lot faster, and it gets rid of all of those little grainy spots. As you can see, everything looks much better. The detail isn't as perfect, but it's just such a little detail that you wouldn't really mind, or I wouldn't mind. And the time is much shorter too. This is 32 seconds, all with 100 samples. Same as this. This also has 100 samples, 16 seconds, so it's just about double the speed with denoising. And as you can see, it is a lot faster than using 1000 samples as opposed to just using denoising. So to use denoising, what you would do is go to scenes on the right side over here, and then you want to go down to denoising. As you can see, there's a little area right here, a little box. You're going to want to check that. The normal value is around 8 and 0.5. You can just mess around with that, but even using the default values can get you something really nice. I'll just speed up the render here. And now we're back, and as you can see, it does look so much better with the denoising on. And it even works with low samples. Sometimes I render at around 20 samples just to get a test sample of what I'm trying to create, and it just does this pretty quickly, or at least with my computer. And as you can see right here, even with 20 samples, it looks pretty decent, although the quality is very low at this point, because you can very clearly see all these little kind of bumpy areas that look like the surface of water. But other than that, denoising is a really good part of Blender, and I hope you guys find this tip useful. Be sure to check out Kleb's channel. I just used this as an example. But anyway, hope you all have a great day, and goodbye.